I'm Izzy Rosa.
And I'm Nate Davis, and this is
the news. The spread of a mysterious pneumonia-like virus known as the coronavirus has been met with international alarm. Doctors have said the coronavirus causes extreme dizziness, erratic behavior, and goes great with a lime. On Thursday, officials announced that the virus had split into two strains, light and extra. The coronavirus. Find your beach or your nearest medical facility.
The stock of AP InBev, parent company of Corona Brewing, plummeted this week upon news of the virus's spread. A fate all too familiar to 1940s shareholders of Herpes Ale.
As opening arguments conclude in the presidential impeachment trials, many senators face criticism for their failure to pay attention and even stay awake during the proceedings. Chief Justice Roberts even went as far as to reprimand Republican senators for placing one unconscious colleague's hand in a bowl of warm water.
Last week, thousands of heavily armed Virginians descended upon their capital city of Richmond to protest newly proposed gun control legislation. Gun control advocates, unfortunately, could not be reached for comment as they were all in hiding from thousands of heavily armed Virginians.
It was reported this week that Jeff Bezos' phone was hacked by Saudi Arabia after opening a WhatsApp message from Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. This would be the second high-profile hacking by Saudi Arabia and the first that did not include dismemberment.
Malaysia is returning 150 containers of plastic waste illegally imported from primarily rich countries, the Prime Minister stating, "Malaysia will not be the trash can of the world." Said New Jersey, "Yeah, stay in your lane."
Record low temperatures in Florida this week have caused iguanas to become so cold they lose consciousness and fall out of trees. I haven't heard of that many cold-blooded creatures falling asleep since the Senate impeachment trial.
This week, Donald Trump became the first president to attend the March for Life, an annual pro-life rally in Washington, D.C. Though when initially asked to attend, he reportedly said, "March for Life? That's too long."
Mass Brew Bros will host the first annual blind beer tasting festival where craft ales will be served with no label. Organizers hope this allows attendees to objectively be snobby about overpriced beer.
The UK this week saw the opening of a new virtual reality ride that allows patrons to experience what it's like to be in a plane crash. They're calling it Spirit Airlines.
A new TikTok trend has men dipping their testicles in soy sauce. You could also taste it by putting it on some rice.
Put that rice on your balls. That's okay. Hollywood actor Michael Douglas has officially endorsed Michael Bloomberg for president, saying he hasn't been this excited since JFK. When asked why, he said, "They're both like me. One's named Michael, and the other loved cunnilingus."
New research shows that millennials love real estate apps like Zillow because they let them fantasize about something that they'll never have. Coincidentally, that is why I love dating apps.
Here's a fun story out of the UK. An escaped horse was seen riding on a bus in Wales. Maybe I should end it there.
chance to break a personal record and eat 50 pizzas in 30 days. That way, when he says the N-word, it's because he's crazy.
A moose in Vermont this week had to be removed from a railroad bridge after getting stuck on the tracks for several hours. After the rescue, the moose was treated for minor injuries, but not, unfortunately, major depression.
Following critique of her new album, Manic, singer Halsey is under fire for tweeting that she hopes that the basement that houses Pitchfork Media collapses. Not realizing that the Pitchfork offices are in One World Trade Center, Halsey apologized and said that the tweet was an inside job.
Gwyneth Paltrow's $75 candle called "This Smells Like My Vagina" has sold out on her website, Goop.com. Luckily, they still have an oversupply of Danny DeVito's soap. This is made out of my pre-com.
Trump surrogates continue to reiterate that the phone call between Trump and the president of Ukraine was, quote, a perfect phone call. Call me a millennial, but you know what I consider a perfect phone call? A text message.
More than 30 people were displaced Friday after a fire tore through a residential apartment complex in Watertown, Mass. A fire in Watertown? Our best wishes go out to everyone affected. Speaking of fires, wildfires continue to ravage the country of Australia, and here to comment, Australian Fox News correspondent Sheila Billabong.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Izzy.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. And I'd like to start out by saying I reject the term climate change. It is absolutely inaccurate. As a Christian, and of course a fan of the painter, Bob Ross, I'd like to call the fires God's happy little accidents. Or if you want to shorthand it, Jesus flames.
Okay, so if you don't think climate change is causing the fires, how do you think we should fight?
Absolutely, absolutely. Fighting fire is one of the most important things we have to do. Sometimes the easiest solution is in fact the simplest. So head to your local grocery store, pick up a tube of the Banana Boat SPF 15. It's just enough to get you tan and keep you protected, all right? Option number 2, of course. Option number 2, I'm a big fan of the American Second Amendment. So go ahead and grab your rifles, go out into the middle of a field and start shooting at the open fire. You've got to teach it that you are the alpha, all right? I don't take anything from fire. I won't. And as we all know, violence tends to beget violence, so sometimes the best thing to do is get real low next to it and whisper into it, "You are loved." And then you've got to give it the hug its father never did. Excuse me.
Do you need a tissue?
No, I'm very strong.
So, Sheila, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and your experience?
Oh, absolutely. I guess there's not much to say about me. I'll start when I was a baby. I was orphaned in the kitchen of an Outback steakhouse. And of course, for the first 5 years of my life, I was just fed the crispy onion skins. I went on to study. I went on to study at the Academy in Sydney, which was actually called the Australian Institute for Boomerangs and Lies. I of course majored in didgeridoo and I minored in didgeridoo. From then it's all a bit of a blur, but I ended up working for Fox News, Fox News Australia. I have a wonderful husband, and together we've got 6 beautiful wallabies. Yes, but I will say he can be a bit of a dingo sometimes.
So he's kind of looks like he's an idiot.
No, he's an actual fucking dingo.
Sheila Billabong!